Greetings, Sir and Sirettes, and welcome back to Stellaris with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the Union of Divergence, the ultimate in friendly trees. Today, our main goal is simply to finish off at the ring world, and then make sure our Federation is how it's going to be for the future. We need to decide on who will actually be a member of the Federation and who will not, because sadly, the members of our Federation right now is just ourselves and our neighbours, and the neighbours kind of dislike everyone else. So making the Federation stronger is very, very difficult. Over time, people should like this empire more, but right now, it's not going all that well. So, before we do any of that though, currently we are at war with our neighbours. We are doing incredibly well, and this is to impose ideology. We are going to convert them into our way of thinking. We're going to punch them until they become our best friends, because that's how a good friendship starts. Violence and warfare. The remains of the empire we converted is now at war with the converted empire. Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that yourself for a while, just because I really want to finish off this, but as soon as we're finished here, I will go back and help. I totally promise. Well, there goes all those lovely alloys. Still need the mercenaries there so they can continue to weaken that world. You're about to deal with those, so that should be quite safe to go there. Go ahead. And soon we can take those worlds. Maybe I am going to need to help out our allies. They're kind of being destroyed. Oh dear. How do they have such good fleets with only having one world left? So, what are you going to lose in this surrender? It's a conquer, but how much are they trying to conquer is the question. If it's only a few, it's not really going to hurt in the long run, but if it's quite a few, then it's going to cut off half their empire. Yeah, we are actually going to have to help them. We are really going to have to go and help them.
Construction complete.
Oh, people are building gateways. Okay, we've got that. Move over to there, that's there. Oh no, they have 2 worlds left. Okay, in that case, move to here. We should have some reinforcements now ready. Excellent. How strong is this? Not too strong. Good, good, good. We can just steamroll that. They've taken these systems. They're kind of just sitting there going back and forth, which is fine by me. I think they're trying to figure out if they should go back and defend their own territory, or if they're just like, well, we've lost everything. Let's continue to attack them anyway. Oh, so close. So close. Soon we'll have a new friend, and we can stop punching them in the face. Oh, that is not good. There are lots of claims. Oh yeah, we really need to help them out. They're going to lose this whole section otherwise. You are the empire that keeps on fighting. I almost respect you for that, but I dislike you more because of it. Finally, the best possible outcome. There we go. Now you're going to be friendly to us eventually after you stop hating us for all that. Ooh, actually instantly friendly with us. Would you like all of the deals? Because here's all of the deals. Now we're friends. We're both going to benefit, see? Now, my fleet, move your butts because, well, there's a lot of bad things happening down here and we need to save our friends. And honestly, they've got enough fleet power to kill us. That's terrifying. Yeah, we're still gonna help out. We're in a federation. We're the good guys. We'll defend them. Oh, we have a new world. I forgot the Relic world. Beautiful. Welcome, lads. Welcome to our lovely empire. Look at all that lovely bonus research. And you haven't finished with this yet, now have you? There's stuff we need to read, and there's stuff we need to research. So, scientist, up! Get your butt over there, up. Yeah, move my forces down there, just see if I can get rid of all their forces. Then they can reclaim their worlds themselves. They have the landing forces. Oh, but there are more forces on the way. Well, that's a pretty annoying thing to see. Wow, look at you. What a weird empire. Do we like you? Do you like us? Are we friends? We tolerate each other. Okay, we'll try and be better friends with you later, because honestly, big empire, strong, good to be friends with. Diplomacy is now finished, and we can decide between these 3 Ascension perks. Now, Voidborn and Galactic Wonders will also unlock Master Builders for later, which give us plus 50% build speed and plus 1 to our Megastructure build capacity. That is really, really powerful, but I really think right now, the real 2 which are under real consideration are Voidborn and Xenocompatibility. Voidborn means that our habitats go from 80% habitability to 100%, which is really good for loads of reasons. We get more resources, they need less amenities, and we have faster pop growth. That's really good. Xenocompatibility, on the other hand, is one of the end goals we discussed in the very first episode. This is very important to the Empire, because this, combined with evolutionary mastery, means we can make the ultimate species with the best quality of life possible. They have more traits, and more trait points, so they can be even more powerful. It also gives us plus 20% growth rate, and plus 33% immigration pull. So what I'm thinking is, Xenocompatibility now, then Voidborn, then Master Builders, or Galactic Wonders, depending where we are at that point. I really want to spam habitats, I want to see if it's viable, and Voidborn plus Master Builders is amazing. Plus 50% build speed on those habitats, we're gonna have them everywhere. And then we can spend our Unity to get additional influence once we have all of the bonuses open. Yeah, okay, so for now, Xenocompatibility. There we go. Have fun, all the different species in our empire. Suddenly things are a lot more viable for you. Ooh, okay. Get there and get ready. You are strong and quarrelsome. Okay, you can stay very strong, and you can get robust, and we're also going to allow you to be industrious and ingenious. There we go. And you can stay quarrelsome, just leveling up everything you already stood for before. Also, now you're blue. Weird side effect. We finally arrived down here, and now we are taking back systems for our allies, and over here, yeah, all of their forces have kind of got together, and that is really scary. We should be okay as long as we don't face off against everything all at once, because I'm spending all of my alloys, which I've just reached 10k of again, on getting these ring worlds up and running. Ring worlds and districts. That is our life now. More mining! And, since I want to keep you fellows happy, where are you? Hollow theatres! For fun, because I never use them. We just lost our mercenaries at the worst possible time, and that's because I spent all my energy on alloys to start that ring world. I mean, our fleet's still pretty scary, with insane amounts of point defense. But still. Let's just try and take back everything we can so that our allies can use their own landing forces. There we are, our very first cross-species is now created. And it's a cross between the lovely little geckos and these fellows. Making you. Robust. Wow, that's actually really good. Charismatic, enduring, intelligent, conservationist, and of course deviant. That is a really good cross. Yay for additional points.
Construction complete.
Oh, whoops a daisy. Wasn't really paying attention to anything else but the fight. Okay, there we go. Oh no, we're under attack again.
Complete.
And there's a 12k there. We have 2 small fleets here. One of them, once again, mercenaries. Let's bring those in. I might need you to run away for a little while. You've done well, fellas, but right now, yeah, might be better to run away. Just endless fights for our main fleet. Yeah, we need to get out of here. This is the last fight I'm going to let our main fleet get into until we've at least got some reinforcements. The cruisers are doing so well, I've got to say. Normally I don't have a lot of respect for cruisers, since every time I normally use them, for some reason I end up losing everything. But yeah, okay, let's do that, get home, you just go home now. We have caused a lot more damage than we've taken, at least. We're at war, we're losing ships. Although we are making a lot of alloys, we're not making enough really to sustain that. And I'm just here like, you know, I would like a new habitat. I like habitats. So our allies decided on a status quo, which is fine by me. They've only lost a few systems, so that's honestly not too bad. They lost no planets, and the humans have decided they are no longer going to be associated with us because we have a brand new member of our Federation, the fellows we converted a moment ago. So that's good. We have 3 members now, which means our Federation fleet will look quite respectable at this stage and will increase in size over time. That's good. So I might just leave it as it is then, just these 3 empires. Our empire and the 2 empires we've enforced our ideology upon. I'm trying to be the good guys, but I keep on sounding so evil. Being good is difficult.
Complete.
Once again though, converting an empire and then instantly becoming friends with it can be problematic. These fellows here, who are much more powerful than them, will not get into an association with us because we have these as a member. That is really annoying. So 2 powerful empires who I could probably get to like each other are refusing because of what we currently have in the Federation. Well, hopefully over time they will change their mind and break their rivalries and such. Again, that's just the problem with instantly allying with someone you've just converted, because they're still going to have the opinions they had before, and it'll take a long time for those to change with their new ideals. The Federation fleet is finally coming together. Both of my allies are now contributing a lot of ships.
Technology discovered.
We actually have 30 more corvettes currently on the way. Also, I'm finally building a bastion here, so this one major trade route is no longer being pillaged by pirates every 5 seconds. Which is pretty nice. Ooh, Unity. Okay, so here is what I want to find out. Over here, we have a half-human and a half-mutation. Both of these are, of course, with the empire it's taken the portrait from, these fellows. So, what happens here? So, create template. Let's say I want everyone to have this one rather than this one. If I apply template, will that apply to all 8 of these? Yes, it will. Okay, so as long as the portrait parent is the same, we can convert all of those into one type. That's really, really good. And as we get larger populations of those, I will be converting them into the best they can possibly be. Look at all of those traits, isn't it beautiful?
Technology discovered.
These trade stations can probably be really, really powerful. Just plus 20% trade value. That alone is immensely good. Also, do I have no species with bonus trade value? No, I don't. Not one. Or if I do have one, which I can't see, then it's definitely in the extreme minority. That's definitely something I should change. Because most of my worlds have a large grouping of different species, if we have at least one species which has the bonus trade value, they will always be clerks before other species, and thus we get more trade value from the Empire in general. So which species would it make the most sense to be all about that lovely money? Of course, the humans. They're coming from a species which is literally a megacorporation. Why do they not have that? They're greedy! We know humans are greedy. It's no stretch to make them greedy. So what did we do to them? From being adaptive and nomadic, we turned them into robust and still nomadic. We gave them superior intellect, and we've now made them traditional. Well, Robust can just be replaced once again with adaptive, and then we also give them trade value. Oh, this seems really mean. Now I've already uplifted them. It just feels wrong doing this. Fine, the next time I find a species which is more fitting of that, I'll make sure to do just that. Missed a good chance to make a lot of extra money. Ooh, hello. Ooh, the Interstellar Assembly! Friendship for everyone! Yes. Friendship through shiny things! We've already got friendship through war, now friendship through shiny. Shiny and warfare.
Technology discovered.
Stellaris in a nutshell. Stellaris in a nutshell. It's still difficult to talk at the moment because my throat still really hurts. So I keep being a little bit weird with my words. Our ring world is up and running, so then, how are we going to do this? Extreme money. 20 researcher jobs for only 2 gas. Yeah, I love the new ring worlds. Yeah.
Construction complete.
It definitely makes them feel more substantial and makes them feel like they're more unique. The old ring worlds simply gave you quite basic districts, and it felt like it took so long to get enough people in there to make it worth it or make it feel like it's this epic structure. That instantly makes it seem a lot better, so thumbs up there. And hollow theatres for you. Let's increase your amenities, shall we? So many random specialists just not having jobs at the moment.
Construction complete. Construction.
A new habitat for me? Oh, you shouldn't have. And let's see just how good the trade value ones really are. As soon as I have the influence. Oh yeah, the science nexus as well. But I am currently repairing the ring world. Yep, due to the immense requirements in qualified technical personnel, we can only build or upgrade 1 megastructure at a time. Disruptors now ours. Lovely. Let's just keep on grabbing everything we can, really. Just get all the basic stuff sorted out. So it turns out ring worlds really benefit from specializations. If we have a look-see here, the research ring world gives you plus 15% to all science, which is just insane. Then the agriculture is plus 20%, the commercial is plus 20% trade value, the regular ring world gives you plus 5% resources, and plus 20% immigration pull. Yeah, that is fairly substantial. We currently have 1 scientist, and she's giving us 11 to all science. The ring worlds are going to be really good now, it seems. This world was imprisoned behind an energy barrier for 75,000 years. Once it was vibrant and thrived with hundreds of billions of individuals, but now the streets and buildings are deserted, none of the original inhabitants remain. The disappearance of this planet's original population remains a mystery. Once the shield went up and they were isolated from the rest of their interstellar empire, they likely faced mass famine and civil unrest as they struggled to support their capital's massive population with what limited resources they had. Yeah, considering this type of world can't even have agriculture, I can imagine that being a bit of a problem. Yet, there are no signs that they demolished any parts of their city planet to cultivate the land. Nothing suggests that any significant fighting took place after the shield went up, and there are no remains, fossils, or otherwise. It's like they simply vanished into thin air. Evacuation day. The eerie and empty streets of this abandoned planet-wide city do not betray what happened to the original inhabitants. Posters and pamphlets have been discovered that mention some sort of evacuation day. They are typically accompanied by pictures of a galaxy that our astronomers do not recognise. Evacuation day. Today is the day. Report to your nearest relocation centre as soon as possible to begin your new life. The excavations carried out by our archaeologists on the planet have somehow activated several ancient sentinel droids. So that's what happened with the old archaeologists, before we took over. The planet was clearly abandoned after this evacuation day concluded, but how? There is no evidence that the planet's energy barrier ever went down. Clues have been discovered that indicate the pursuit of some sort of massive research project that predates the shield. Resources and science staff were diverted to this project in increasing numbers, and efforts appear to have greatly intensified after the shield went up. And that's where we are now. So, scientist, go off and do that there science stuff. Where are you, scientist? Oh, right there. I'm blind. Go. Our allies really like giving us corvettes. That's 89 corvettes now. Want to give me something else? Like anything else? Bubbles is now 100 years old. And is nearly as big as a sun. Oh, Bubbles. You terrifying creature. Of friendship and love. And weaponry. So it turns out that the archaeology site over here was a difficulty of 7. Now thankfully I've just grabbed this, which is increasing our archaeology skill by 2, which is lovely, but also I've put one of our lead researchers now on archaeology duty, because this would have taken way too long otherwise. The original scientist would have got there eventually, but it would have taken way too long. Ooh, jump drives.
Construction complete.
This species is a particularly friendly species, apparently. Making up almost all of our half-species. Hello, I'm Lathrix, and I have a habitat addiction. It happened when I just built one, realizing they were so much better than they used to be. But now, they're everywhere. We all live on habitats. I haven't even seen a planet in years! Except for that one time I looked down, but I never look down because we live in habitats! They're just so beautiful. Shouldn't try and do voices when my throat's like this. As I tried to say beautiful then, my throat just closed up like, no, Lathrix, that wasn't funny, shut up. Damn it, Buddy, you know me too well. With Ascension Theory now completed, we have one more Ascension perk we can pick, and with that, we're going to grab Voidborn. The habitats now have a habitability of 100% to all of our species, and our habitats now have 2 more districts. Since we have so many of them, that only really makes sense. After intense search efforts, we have discovered where the inhabitants of the planet went. Deep inside a tall fortified structure near the planet's northern pole, we have found a relic that our archaeologists are convinced holds an actual miniaturized galaxy. We might be able to use this for power. Somehow, after creating this galaxy, the inhabitants of the relic world all relocated there and then sealed it in their container with some kind of impervious subspace field. Whilst we can't interfere with the galaxy itself, our scientists assure us that we can study it. And with that, we found a new galaxy, a miniature galaxy, a tiny verse. Passive effects, +5 research speed, active effect, gain 50% tech progress in a random technology. This was the best thing for us to get. Wow, that is a really good relic. There's so many relics to get, I'm so happy with that. Let's give you that. Since some of you may have noticed, even before we had Voidborn, the habitats were saying 100% habitability up here, but that's purely because almost all of the habitats had at least one of our brute Groots already there, and they have bonus habitability. The habitability which was given to all of the different species was actually resting on 80%, so it was definitely worth getting the lovely 100% modifier. That way, there's no negatives. Incorporated is a business conglomerate, not a military power. As our competitors take up arms against us, we find ourselves at the mercy of your goodwill, mutation. Will you protect us? Yes, we will this time. There we go. You are now our protectorate, which I hope will still allow you to give us all these lovely corporate buildings. And do we still keep our trade? Yeah, okay, so we still have our commercial pact with them, so I can assume they're still going to be able to trade with us. Can you stop being at war? I want to see if you'll ever be able to join us as friends. Same with you. Okay. So, although you can't go to war, you want us to go to war for you? No. We have no reason for that needless bloodshed. Silly robots. Well, with that, I'm afraid, though, I am all out of time for today's video. So, if you have enjoyed, then, of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and, most importantly, shows that Stellaris is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Sadly, our neighbours to the north are not really being that friendly, but this whole section here is now finally coming together in peace and harmony. Except for the geckos. We'll eventually deal with the geckos. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. Also, I forgot to name the Federation still, since I'm still not sure if this will be our final Federation, so I'm still looking for comments below for a good name. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye. Hopefully this will be the last video I record with my throat still killing me.